Chris, where are you, buddy? Oh, hey, Chris.
Hey, bud.
What's up and good morning. Welcome back to another video. Chris, I think we're done with like bad things happening in videos, right? Can today be the day that it's great? Happy stuff's gonna happen.
Not really, man. We're losing one of our buddies. He's moving.
Yeah, what?
He's moving.
I forgot. We're gonna start the beginning of this video off hopefully positive, and then it might end on a sad note. Well, it's gonna end on a really positive note because Chris is about to go dig through the dumpster with all like the homeless poop in it. So.
Wait, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were gonna do.
I'm not gonna go digging it.
I don't know.
No, it's not there.
It looks like it's been dumped since yesterday, or somebody took Wes's lamp that was thrown in there.
No, it wasn't a lamp.
I know, but the lamp was in there, and if the lamp's not there now, then I'm guessing the dumpster got dumped. Go climb up in there, dude. So, Wes thinks he might have thrown away Zach's drill bit because Wes is moving out of his house, so he's been doing some dumpster loads over here. And he called Chris and was like, "Hey, can you check the dumpster for that drill bit?" So, Chris, you need a boost to get over into the dumpster, dude?
No,
I got you. No, he didn't call me for that. That's all you, buddy. I'll buy a new drill bit for Zach. That's the nicest looking dumpster I've seen in a long time. It looks clean. Looks like they got a new one.
So, that looks like a box.
All right, check that.
You got one of those little like trash grabbers or whatever the fuck.
So while Chris is contemplating how his life came to jumping in dumpsters, you can see I've got my SEMA wheels and tires here, my Drop Star forged wheels, and well, these are going to be going to a new home today. So pulled them out last night, got them all polished up, got the dust off of them. Really, these things only have like maybe 250 miles on them before they were pulled off of my Denali and the fuel wheels put back on. Now I know some of you guys like these wheels better than the fuel wheels, and trust me, I do like the 24s, like just that you can see so much of the wheel, but wheel style wise, they didn't match the transparent copper like I have on those wheels, and the cost that it would take to like strip all these down, do the transparent copper, then find a good painter to actually paint the barrels. Like, it's just not as simple as it sounds. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, you got a ladder?
You stuck?
I'm stuck, mate.
Oh, you found it! Hey, good job, buddy.
Hey, man, hold this.
All right. Has it got hepatitis?
Yeah.
The gate won't open?
It's locked.
Oh, there goes the bad knee. There's the bad knee. That's the bad knee. Walk it off. Walk it off. I don't know. Yeah, you jump in the dumpster for him, but he won't even unlock his toolbox for us to play with.
Break into it.
We do got a grinder over there. Sure. Would you cut the lock off?
Yep. Wes did say he got a storage unit.
Oh yeah? Is this?
I think this is.
Yeah, this is a storage unit. Yeah, so I'm finally getting rid of like one set of wheels and tires, which is great because as you guys can see, I've got stacks of wheels and tires over there. And then all of a sudden, Wes shows up with these tires, and I'm like, okay, well, I feel like we just can't get ahead in getting rid of wheels and tires. Well, since it's tradition, if you leave your stuff here, I'm putting it for sale. What do you think we should sell Wes's toolbox for with the free set of wheels or free set of tires? I think like a solid $150, right?
That's something.
Yeah, it's full of tools, so I think, all right, we'll post it on Instagram here for $150. Employment sale, need gone now. Oh,
Look at it.
what's up, dude? All right, nice to meet you. Yeah, come check them out. Make sure you like them. So your plan is probably you're gonna pull these tires off and sell them, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Dude, if they fit, I'll fucking try to rock it.
All right.
But
Well, if they don't, what's your Instagram real quick? That way, in case anybody wants to buy the tires off you.
it's Devin McMahon with 2 underscores at the end.
Gotcha. So I noticed on the back of your truck, you got the I don't know what the proper term is, but helicopter lineman. Is that the?
So that's what I did. I worked out of state in Texas.
Gotcha.
And I worked off a platform and long lines.
So you were the psycho on the helicopter attaching to the live power lines.
I didn't get a chance to attach to the live
Gotcha.
lines, but I did work like de-energized stuff and hung from the helicopter, all that. So.
Hey Chris, how do you feel about working on live power?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Chris won't even switch an outlet if it's live. He wants to kill the whole house if he has to. Oh, should we mention that you also drove like 9 hours to get these? Which is rad. I do appreciate that. So what is your plans? What are you gonna go? A 9-inch you said, or?
Probably the McGoffey 7 to 9.
Chris, we got presents, bro. Look at that. So these are old insulators?
Yeah.
Sit on top of wooden poles?
Yeah.
I'm assuming?
There's big holes and they just sit in there, and they were held by a nail at one time.
So these are glass, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And then the wire just wrapped around that?
Yeah, it just goes straight through, and then you use a hand tie and tie it in. Or that's how they did it back in the day.
Gotcha. Chris, go practice being a lineman. We're gonna get you on a helicopter here soon. Or go do something else with that, man. Whatever makes you feel happy, you know?
Bend over.
We're all about, inclusion over here or whatever, California. Oh, there they go, Chris.
You sad?
Am I sad? I'm a little bit sad. Those are supposed to be the golf cart wheels, but we can always get different wheels and tires for the golf cart. I mean, I wish I could say I was excited that we're getting like more space back in here, but I think by the time Wes keeps showing up with all these tires and wheels, we ain't never gonna have space.
It's Ryan's liquidation sale 2.0 right now.
Oh yeah, so many years ago, I had Ryan's liquidation sale. I sold everything. I sold all my dirt bikes, my motorcycles, I sold my toy hauler, my Rhino, everything in the span of like 1 month. I had Ryan's liquidation sale, just got rid of it all. And some of the things I regret selling. But maybe we'll do Ryan's liquidation sale 2.0. If anybody needs some stock Tahoe tires local, I don't want to ship. What we got? Now I got it. Well, I guess I could get rid of the stock GMC tires now. Keeping the stock OBS tires though. Tires and wheels. Those are not leaving. But we're gonna jump in the BBB now. Let's go meet up with our good buddy D-Max, Josh, and the rest of the gang and say our goodbyes. Sad. You crying, man? Wipe your tears a little bit.
Grab that lady by the hand and just bring her to the middle of the floor. Come on. Grab that lady by the hand and just bring her to the middle of the floor. Let's go, let's go. Grab that lady by the hand and just bring her to the middle of the floor. Come on.
Got your drink. Where'd my hat go? Did I lose it?
You actually gave him the drink? Yeah. I think I saw his face. That was a gross drink. I don't think he liked it. Hey Chris, my truck's in limp mode, dude. We've got a check engine light on and whatever the other light is, and we're limited to, I don't know. That's full throttle right there. I'm over this truck, Chris. You want to buy it? My truck went into limp mode.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Jeez, goddamn, dude. What are you doing?
Hold on to it. Yo, whatever the f is in that smoothie is disgusting.
Hopefully it ain't another ABS shit.
Power steering, drive with Cure. Oh, we got a throttle position sensor. This might be a pedal commander issue. Throttle position sensor, throttle position sensor, and throttle position sensor. Hopefully this is just the pedal commander that's making the power steering code come up, which is weird. We good?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
See if it drives on.
It's not doing it no more.
But the check engine light's still on.
Yeah, but that takes a couple key cycles to come off. Clear. It's got green to clear. Traction control off. That's weird. All right. Hey, we're good as good. Let's go.
Went so far.
Yeah, bro.
So far.
Yeah, get him, get him. Look at that's love right there for you, Wes. He loves ankle weights. Dude, that's your style right there, Wes.
Where's the front brake at?
You can't trust the front brake.
Yeah, brakes are overrated.
Use the rear brake.
Don't
Use the front brake.
Yeah, it's a little baby drum.
So since our good buddy Josh is leaving us today, he pretty much had to pack up his house and bring it with him. Now, I've only seen this on Instagram. I've always wanted to see it in person. I didn't believe it until I saw a video of it, and a lot of you guys don't believe it either. But Josh has this 1,000 horsepower, 200 shot of nitrous, built 12, 14-inch lifted Duramax, and he actually tows his fifth wheel with it. That's crazy. Good, buddy. What's up? It's a doggy.
This one's Lulu. The other one's Bell Bell.
puppies? Can I pet you?
Say hi.
Hi. What's crazy is it doesn't even sound like you're struggling to get it going.
It's really not.
That's crazy, dude. Nice shirt, bro.
Thanks, man.
C4?
C4.
Oh, we pop in the hood. We got to get up under there, fix some stuff. From towing all this weight.
I just wanted to cool down. I mean, 3.5 hours on the, you know, all the California highways, man. It's
So, like I said, I've never seen this in person. I've wanted to see it in person. It's an insane setup. The fact that this thing is built as an insanely, we'll say, 1,000 horse, 200 shot of nitrous, twin turbo.
meant to be abused, so that's what I do to it.
And like he reliably doesn't just tow this just to like tow it for fun. Like this is going cross country, and it's been cross country, right?
Yes, it has. It's been from Chicago to California. Now it's going from California to Louisiana. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. Like I said, the only thing that gets me all like weirded out or sketched out whenever I pull in my trailer is all the honks, man. Everybody gives you a thumbs up, you know, so every time they honk, I freak out. I think something's falling off, or I blew a tire, or something, you know. But you know, every time they do, they just give me that honk when I'm driving by, or the honk and a thumbs up or a wave or something. I don't think they've ever seen anything set up like this. So
I've never seen it. What gearing are you running?
488, they're Yukon gearing. Actually just got all the fluids changed out before it came down. Popped the rear diff and actually did a whole inspection on it just to make sure that everything's going to be good. We spent about 3 hours just getting this all dialed in. It takes us 20-30 minutes to get the trailer in, but I mean, with that type of weight, with this type of height, everything, you gotta take your time to make sure the setup's right.
What do we got? I mean, I know we got airbags in the back, obviously to compensate for the weight. What fifth wheel hitch are you running?
That is the Kirk 20,000.
Is it a slider hitch?
It is, but with the short bed, I don't even need it.
Gotcha. And then what airbag setup? I mean, it looks like it's just a airlift.
Airlift 7000 series works pretty good. I mean, it takes the, I guess you could say the road chatter out of it. You know, like I mean, you'll get a couple bumps here and there, but it's never all that bad.
I mean, you watch your UGT, so what are you kind of averaging? You know,
when I was going up the Grapevine, I was about 13, which was pretty high. But everywhere else, it's been anywhere from like 850 to 1,000, depending on the grade.
Gotcha. So what did we have to do to the trailer? Because obviously this trailer is not factory height. She's got a little extension on her.
Yeah, so forgive me. I wish if I would have known this was happening, I would have washed her up.
Oh, you're good. We got you, bro.
So what I got is a 6-inch tube stock that we made a subframe for, so it gives it about a 6.5 to 7-inch lift on it.
So I mean, you can see that right there.
Yep, all right here, and then you can see I put the cross members.
Yeah.
Just to give the brackets some extra support, because that was the one thing I was kind of worried about building this thing, is it being so tall. It might want to go one way or the other while I'm turning, so we put the supports right here next to the bracket just to give it that extra rigidity.
I mean, it looks nicer than the factory frame.
You know what? The funny thing, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I take pride in my work, I guess you could say.
There you go. Oh, we got Black Dahlia just pulling up. So how does this work with your leveling jacks? Are they still long enough to?
Yeah, well, no, not really. I had to actually get some blocks for it. So in the rear, I put 8 blocks, so it's roughly around 7.5 inches or so.
Gotcha.
So essentially, what I put on for the lift is the size of the blocks that I got to put on, but everything else works just fine. So the
What about the ladder coming out, the steps?
That's fun. I actually got a little step stool for it.
There you go.
Yeah, a little 4-inch step stool. So
Yeah. I mean, I actually prefer to be higher, so I'd like it to be up there. I don't know about in the wind, though. How's this thing in the wind?
It was fine all the way up until I got right past McCall or Menifee, or what is that, right up Sun City?
Yeah.
And you can feel the breeze.
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
And I was like, hey, what's going on here? And then I saw the trees just blowing. I was like, okay, yeah, good thing this is our exit right here. So
right.
So I mean, it handles well, but you could definitely feel when you got good breeze like this. So.
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody's gonna say, oh, you just made this like super unsafe rig by lifting it. It's 6 inches. This thing is, I mean, look at stock semis that flip over all the time in the wind. You ain't making it that much more dangerous by adding a 6 more inches to it. It's actually probably safer by leveling it out with the truck.
Yeah, see, the one thing I always get with this is that everybody thinks that my front end is, reaching for the sky, but it's really not. It's just, I got my torsion keys all the way cranked up in the front, So this is the natural stance of the truck.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people, oh man, look at how heavy that trailer. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a heavy trailer, but those rear airbags allow me to get it to where it goes back to that stance that I have.
Right. So regardless, trailer on, trailer off, this is how the truck sits.
Exactly like this. You might have a half-inch difference, but that's about it. Especially with all the tongue weight, a half-inch, you can't complain.
And we got that black 5.7, and we're gonna hook Josh's trailer up to everybody's truck and see how it does. All right? You in?
I don't think that'd do too well.
But man, you ever been up and down that grapevine?
Yeah, that thing sucks.
Dude, that thing's insane.
Second you get stuck behind somebody, you're screwed.
And that's it. I was just like, you know what, screw this. You know, they were going anywhere from like 50 to 35, and I was like, man, I just can't do it because it's right in between the two turbos.
Yep.
You know, the small turbo and the big turbo. So like, man, just black smoke everywhere. Said the hell with it. Went 70 all the way up that thing.
That's crazy that none of this stuff discolors either.
Oh yeah.
With how warm she was getting up under there.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised too. Look at my little nitrous deal right there, and then isn't she pretty?
Where that at? I can't see. Is that booger right there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ghetto fog.
All right, so do we do a 200 shot while we're pulling the trailer?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
That would probably break traction, and once you know traction, or losing traction ain't winning, man.
It's true. That is true.
I couldn't even imagine if I lost traction with the trailer on the back. That'd be insane. I was actually thinking about it, like maybe doing a burnout with the RV on it, but I'd hate for something to fail here.
Yeah, you still got,
You know what I mean?
what do you got, like 20, 30 hours?
27 hours.
Jeez.
That's driving 65, 70. So I mean, I'm going 55, 60. So it's gonna be a long.
But this thing is tried and true. So for all the haters out there that are gonna talk crap about the setup, I mean, he's done it. This is like engine number 2 though.
Yeah.
But it wasn't related. He's just crazy every other time when the trailer's not attached. He's also caught it on fire without the trailer attached. It's probably safer with the trailer attached. It's probably, like, reliable wise, it's probably more reliable with the trailer on it.
Oh, absolutely. It lets you know that, hey, it's probably not a good idea to be stupid right now.
It's an impressive setup, dude. I gotta say, I'm glad I finally get to see it in person.
I'm glad to
Actually
show you.
towing. Yeah, dude. I know we've been talking about it for months, ever since.
You had your doubts. Hey, at the island, you're like, no, there's no way, man. There's no way. And I was like, no, I do it. I do it. You're like, no. You even left saying, no, there's no way. But
Well, I saw a picture. I never saw a video, so that's when you posted that video on Instagram.
yeah, just to kind of spite you a little bit.
Yeah, well, hey, I was happy to see it. I'm glad it does, because that gives me hope for one day, you know, if I ever get a fifth wheel, like, it is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe not ideal, but
I was
possible.
about to say, it is definitely not ideal, but it's very, very possible.
Let's hear it. I don't know who this guy is.
So we just got back from having dinner with Josh as his going away dinner. Got to give a big thank you to, hold on, I want to show his phone number on here. Ricky Diaz. We'll show his Instagram. Let's see if we can show his Instagram maybe. I don't know if it's going to light it up. Ricky left a nice note on the truck, and he actually gave us some money to buy dinner. Ricky, we really appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Thank you for all the nice words you wrote in that letter, too. Well, guys, the night ran late. I forgot to end the video that night. Unfortunately, Josh had driven 4 hours to meet up with us kind of for his farewell dinner, and well, he's in the oil field industry. They're obviously moving to a new location. It's kind of that life of being in the oil field industry. And unfortunately, even though he had already left, they ran into a little issue. It was literally in like the last hours of that place getting transferred to a new owner. There was a little issue. Josh had to drive all the way back 4 hours that night to go deal with that issue. So yeah, I didn't really want to shove the camera in his face. I know he wasn't too stoked on having to drive all the way back, and we all felt bad for him, but glad we got to spend some time with him. Glad he's been able to be on the channel as long as he had. Josh has been a great contributor with, you know, obviously having the fastest truck, probably the nicest truck, the coolest truck, and hopefully we see him again soon. So with that, guys, we're going to wrap up this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that we do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workfortbell.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.